purpose is not a one-size-fit-all. You can't just paint it with one brush stroke. Hey, what's up guys, it's Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video here on Chats with Michelle. What's up guys, how's it going? So in today's video, I have some super exciting news, guys. I'm super excited to finally tell you guys the thing that I've been saying that I've been working on, but I never told you guys what it was. Well, I'm excited to finally let you guys know that I am officially launching the web series, the interview web series that I have been working on for the past couple months. I've been, showing you guys a little bit of behind the scenes of the different people that I've been interviewing, little things like that. And I'm excited to finally tell you guys that it's officially launching. It's launching March 4th. That's a Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I just wanted to come on here and kind of briefly talk about it a little bit more, why I'm doing it, how it all came into fruition, etc. So let's just go ahead and get right into the video. Okay, so the name of the web series is called Living on Purpose. As you guys know, here on this channel, I focus on the journey of adulting and pursuing purpose. And I just knew that whatever I was creating was going to have to go ahead and kind of mesh the both of those. Now, how did this whole thing come about? I think it was about last year. I just got this idea of wanting to, I don't know if it was more of me wanting to create a web series more so than me just really struggling with this thing called purpose. And you guys know, everyone knows I'm like obsessed with this thing called purpose. And I had just been, wondering like, what does it look like to live on purpose? What does that look like, right? I'm so obsessed with it. I'm doing all these things. I'm like, well, what does it look like? So then I was like, what if I spoke to different people who were pursuing purpose, and not necessarily that they're doing it perfectly, but they're just doing it. They're just, taking that risk. They're just, putting themselves out there. And that's when the whole idea came to mind. Now I thought about it, and I just kept thinking about it, and it was this thing in my brain, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. What's the worst that can happen? Nobody watches it. Okay, then I did it, and great. But then what's the best thing that can happen? People watch it, and it just inspires people, and it really shifts and changes the minds of people. So I was like, you know what, Michelle, you have nothing to lose. I went ahead and I reached out to an amazing videographer. I will make sure to leave her information down in the description box below. And I just pitched the idea to her. We had like a little meeting, and I was just like, hey, this is what I want to do. We talked about it, and I just did it. I think what can happen with a lot of us is that we just think about this thing over and over in our head, and we think about how we can make it perfect in the best way. And let me tell you something, I am super guilty of being a perfectionist at times and wanting things to look great and be perfect. But I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability, and I'm gonna use what I have in my hands, what I already have, right? So what I have in my hands is that I found a dope videographer who can help me put the vision together. And will it be perfect? Probably not, but guess what? We're gonna just put it out there, and I'm just gonna use what's in my hands, right? I'm gonna use what I have to do what I need to do, and not obsess about not having the platform or the influence, etc. I'm just going to do it. And that's exactly what I did. I, wrote down a list of people. This is like a pilot / first season, and this season it's just 6 episodes, but let me tell you, I have a list in my journal full of different people that I would love to interview one day. But in that though, I chose 6 different individuals who I would love to interview. And let me be honest with you, there are some people that I reached out to that honestly, I'm not even gonna say so much that they said no, they just never responded. And did it crush me a little bit? Yeah, but you know what? I had to realize it's not about me, and I had to pick myself up and just keep moving. And it could have been a ton of different things. At first I was telling myself well, I guess, I'm just not good enough for them to want to reach out to me. But I'm like, it could very much be that they didn't even see the message. You know what I'm saying? So instead of just having those limiting beliefs and those things crush me and make me feel bad, I was just like, nope, we're gonna kill those thoughts, and we're gonna go what we have. There are people who confirmed, there are people who said yes, and I'm gonna go with the ones who said yes, and I'll figure it out along the way. And that's exactly what I did, and that's why I kind of took a little bit more time, because I had to find, a few more people, because I told myself I want 6 episodes. I want 6 episodes. That's what I said. I wanted to be 6, and I'm so thankful. Everything happens for a reason, because my videographer, she literally held me accountable to those 6, because at a point in time, I was just like, okay, well, maybe I don't have to do that many, because it was getting kind of tough. And she was like, no, Michelle, you said you want to do 6, so let's do 6, And yeah, I'm just so thankful for that. But I just want to talk about, just pushing through besides my doubts and my limiting beliefs and what I thought, etc. It was just like just getting through. And the fact that I can say, oh my gosh, it's about to launch is like mind-blowing to me. It's crazy because I'm like, oh my goodness, like it's literally almost here. And what's so crazy about doing all of this, and as I was doing the interviews and different things like that, I realized more than anything, although yes, this is content that I'm putting out, to you guys on the internet and for free for your consumption, I realized more than anything, this series and these interviews and those interviews anyways, were really for myself. Like this whole series was for me. I was struggling so much with like purpose and like what I'm supposed to be doing, etc. And I just wanted to speak to different people who are literally, and you'll see when you guys watch it, on super different paths in life and just the journey that it took them. And like, am I tripping? Like, is this just hard for me? And the more and more I spoke to different people and they explained their journeys and how they knew that they were supposed to pursue what they're doing, etc., the more and more comforting it was for me in the sense of knowing that purpose is not a one size fit all. You can't just paint it with one brush stroke. And it was just very confirming for me. And let me tell you something, every single time I had to do a new interview, it was like that same like defeat that just kept coming up and those limiting beliefs and those thoughts in my head, but I just had to keep pushing myself to do it. And after I did, I'm not joking, after every single interview, I was so relieved and so glad that I did it, and that I didn't cancel, and that I did go ahead and push through and do those things. And I'm really excited for you guys to see it, because I hope that you guys are really blessed. I hope that you guys are encouraged. I hope that you guys get some sort of like confirmation of maybe what you guys were thinking about pursuing or not pursuing, etc. And I really hope that it just really encourages you guys, honestly, because I know it really encouraged me just being in the room and interviewing those different people. And then that brings me to another thing. As you guys know, I told you guys I'm in a mentorship program, and what I'm learning in this program more than anything is that clarity is in the doing. And the more and more I, did these interviews and I'm, pursuing this, I realized that I love doing these type of things. I realize I love creating, I love producing, I love creating content like this, and there's other things that I want to create. And I've written down other ideas that I have and different concepts and shows that I want to create. And I'm like, well, why not? Dream big, the sky is the limit. And that's actually what really encouraged me to continue my education and different things like that, and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, because I think I've talked to you guys about that before. I think I made a video about what I wish I knew before I went to college, etc. And I explained to you guys that I decided to go back to school, but I'm back in school now because I want to be there, and I have so much more clarity on why I'm there. And it's just but also me just taking those steps forward and different things like that, just it helped it make it clear for me, but it also just made it clear overall what a part of my purpose is supposed to be. And I personally believe that a part of my purpose is to help other people discover theirs. That sounds crazy, I know, but I really think that's what a part of it is. I don't think that's the full thing, and I think purpose continues to evolve over time, right? But I just think that at least in this season, that's what a part of it is for, and I'm excited about it, honestly, guys. So I don't want to make this video extra long. Like I said, I just came on here to tell you guys that I'm excited. I'm excited about the launch of Living on Purpose Season 1, Episode 1, March 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm super excited for the first episode to come out. I hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope that you guys are encouraged. I hope that you guys, get something from it. And with the episodes, they're in a strategic order. So the first episode is the first episode for a reason. Every single episode was so intentional, so purposeful. Everyone said amazing things. Everyone shared their stories. And I really do think that every individual interview will resonate with you in a different way that you need. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited for you guys to see it. Like I said, I don't want to make this video extra long. Just want to encourage you guys to watch. And last but not least, if you're not following me on Instagram, you should be following me on Instagram, because I recently released, I believe it was last week, I recently released the promo to the Living on Purpose series. So before you head out, I just want you to go ahead and check out this promo. Have you ever felt confused about your present, like feeling like you're all over the place and super anxious about your future, but you have the desire to pursue purpose? Well, my name is Michelle Morris and I've created a series called Living on Purpose. In this series, I interview different individuals who are doing just that, living on purpose. We talk about their different obstacles that they face, the ups, the downs, and actually what it's like now to actually be pursuing purpose. So I want you guys to come along the journey with me as we talk to these different individuals. We see what it's like to live on purpose.